Hi there and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the common mistakes I see people make when clearing acne. I see it all the time in my virtual acne clinic. You read a blog post or an article and it tells you that there is this supplement that is going to cure your acne in a matter of weeks, and you think, this is too good to be true. So you go out, you go to your nearest pharmacy or local health food shop and you pick up whatever supplements, pills, capsules, tinctures, whatever you can find, and you start taking them immediately. In theory, this is good. You're being proactive. You're doing something to try and heal your acne. But in reality, there are so many factors that could mean that your supplement either performs really well for you, doesn't really do anything for you, or in some cases could actually be making your skin much, much worse. So today I'm going to just talk you through the most common mistakes I see when people take supplements, and hopefully you can tweak your own supplement routine to make it work the best it can for you. Mistake number one, you're not taking any supplements at all. So I get it. There are some people out there that just want to heal their acne completely naturally through just diet alone, through eating a good, healthy, balanced diet and getting enough exercise and using simple, natural skincare. That's great, and I applaud you for it, but if I'm being really honest, I just think these days it's just not really an option anymore. Maybe 20 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, this could be something that could be achieved. But nowadays there are just so many things that are causing our bodies to just rebel against us. You've got things from the contraceptive pill, you've got parabens and other horrible toxic chemicals in cosmetics. You've got fluoride in drinking water, you've got bromide in curtains, in carpets, in car seats, like pretty much everything. And even just stress, just day-to-day stress, all of that is causing imbalanced hormones and nutrient deficiencies, which means that you're just not getting what you need from food these days. So not taking any supplements at all could be what's stopping you from actually getting your skin to completely clear. In an ideal world, we could just start eating more vegetables, exercising a bit more, and using safe skincare, and our acne would just clear up in a matter of weeks and everything would just be amazing. But in reality, it just doesn't work like that anymore. Even if you just take a high quality multivitamin, just that alone will replace all the lost nutrients that just modern day living causes. By taking just something simple like a multivitamin, it may not completely heal your acne alone. You may need to incorporate some other things as well, but it will give you a significantly better chance of healing than if you were to just not take any supplements at all. So mistake number two is that you're not being consistent enough with your supplement routine. For example, if you get ill and you need to go to the doctors and they prescribe you with some medication to help you get better, you wouldn't just take one pill the first day, two the next day, skip a couple of days, and then take 3 the following day. You just wouldn't do that. So why would you do it with supplements? Consistency is key when it comes to supplements, and not just taking it at the same time every day. It's also about taking it for a good solid 3 months. You have to give the supplements time to work before you can make that judgment call whether it's right for you or not. Our skin and hormones work in a cycle of 12 weeks, 3 months. So it's really important that whatever your routine, whether it's a change in skincare routine, diet, or supplement, you have to give at least 12 weeks before you can make a solid call on whether it's right for you or not. This can be a stumbling block for most people, because it means that, especially with supplements, because it means that you have to make a repurchase on a product that you're not 100% sure is gonna be working for you. So you've really got to trust, you've got to trust that supplement is right for you, and you've got to commit to it for 3 months, whether that means buying it twice or 3 times, so that you know for sure if you're seeing any improvement or not. If you don't do that, then although you think that you might be saving money by not spending that extra purchase on getting a new tub of supplements, in the long run, you're just going to be wasting time and money that could be spent getting you clear. If you're just taking something for a month, nope, haven't seen miraculous results, I'm bidding it, move on to the next thing, then move on to the next thing, keep moving and chopping and changing your routine, you're never going to see results. You're going to just end up being extremely disappointed when each different change that you're making just doesn't work, and it's because you've got to give it some time. If you don't see results, or if your skin seems to be getting worse at 3 months, then perhaps it's time to try something else. But if you're seeing any kind of improvement, whether it's less redness, less breakouts, less a kind of a break, instead of breaking out all the time, you're breaking out perhaps maybe a couple of weeks of the month, rather than every single day of the month. Just kind of looking at those small improvements, that's what's going to be telling you whether the current routine that you're on is working for you or not. So mistake number 3 is that you're using poor forms of the nutrients within your supplements. This is one that it's a lot more common than you think, and it's also the most frustrating for people that I coach, because they are trying so hard. They've read my blog and they are taking the right, or what they think is the right supplement, but actually when you kind of drill down into the ingredients list, the forms of nutrients that the companies are using in their supplements they're just not absorbable by the body. They can actually be quite, problematic for the body. So, that this sort of mistake is something that can easily be, kind of resolved. You just got to know what you're looking for. So one example of this is vitamin B12. So if you go to, in the UK, we've got a shop called Holland & Barrett. If I am being brutally honest, do not buy your supplements from Holland & Barrett. Most of the supplements that they sell contain very poor, cheap forms, and also with a lot of fillers and other rubbish in there, which you just don't want. But I'm using that as an example. A lot of B12 supplements will use a form of B12 called cyanocobalamin. It requires 4 conversions to become the type of B12 that your body can actually utilize and absorb. It needs a conversion. When you've got a supplement or a compound in a supplement that has to be converted 4 times, you're just not going to get what you need out of it. And some people might not even be able to convert it at all. Things like if you've got poor digestive health, which a lot of people with acne do suffer from to some extent, then your ability to convert certain compounds into other compounds is significantly reduced. So you really want to be looking for the best sort of, the highest quality, type of nutrient for, everything that you're taking. And vitamin B12 is one of the problematic ones that I see the most. It's the most common one I see. So, instead of cyanocobalamin, you want to be looking for methylcobalamin. That's the one that, is more beneficial. It requires less conversions, and it's better absorbed by the body. It's also naturally found, in food sources as well, whereas cyanocobalamin is synthetically produced. So it's just a better choice for the body. So another example of this is vitamin B9, which is also known as folic acid or folate. Many supplement brands will use folic acid as it is a cheap and man-made, easy to produce version of folate. Unfortunately, it's thought that nearly half the population will have an MTHFR gene mutation. It sounds really complicated, but the MTHFR actually stands for methyl tetrahydrofolate. And those with that gene mutation, which, like I said, could be about 50% of us, so chances are we could have a gene mutation for this. This gene mutation means that we struggle with, often struggle with inflammation, fertility issues, difficulty detoxifying, but mainly it prevents us from converting folic acid into the usable forms within the body. So that, fertility issues in inflammation, detoxifying, they're all very common issues which are associated with acne as well. So, we want to look for a multivitamin, just check your multivitamin, check your B supplement, or B complex supplement, and make sure that it uses LMTHF or L5-methyl tetrahydrofolate. These forms are they're basically already the usable forms that we can use in our bodies. So it doesn't matter whether you have the gene or whether you don't have the gene. Look for a B9 supplement that contains the L5-methyl tetrahydrofolate version, because that means that regardless of whether you've got the gene mutation or not, that you're getting the right type of vitamin B9 to so that your body can function the best it can. So the final example I'm going to give of this is vitamin A. Contrary to popular belief, carotenoids are not an effective supplement if you're looking to boost your vitamin A intake for acne. Carotenoids like beta carotene are part of the vitamin A family, but for them to have an acne clearing effect on the skin, they need to be converted into the active form of vitamin A, which is retinol. Unfortunately, only about 3% of beta carotene can get converted by the body into true vitamin A. And what makes it even more difficult is that 45% of the population can't convert beta carotene into true retinol at all. So you really need to be getting your vitamin A from cod liver oil or any kind of beef liver, or you can get beef liver capsules, or you can look for a high quality synthetic supplement of retinol palmitate, which is a synthetic form of vitamin A, and can help, that's a true form of vitamin A which will help clear your acne. So mistake number 4, and the final mistake that I'm going to talk about today, is that a lot of people take isolated vitamins without the necessary cofactors. So I often coach clients who come to me and they're already kind of dipping their toes into the acne supplement world. And the kind of common ones that I see a lot of people taking are vitamin A, zinc, and a probiotic. While all these supplements have, shown really some pretty outstanding results when it comes to clearing adult acne, unfortunately you're unlikely to see the full benefits if you take them just on their own. For example, vitamin A works, for vitamin A to work the best that it possibly can within the body, you really want to be taking other minerals and vitamins with it, such as vitamin D and K2, and even things like zinc and magnesium. They work really well with vitamin A and help it to just work the best it can. Without these other cofactors, vitamin A just doesn't really do its job properly. Another example is probiotics. While probiotics can be really beneficial, not just for our skin health, but for just overall, they can help with weight, they can help with fatigue, they can help our immune systems. Probiotics can be great, but there are so many factors which are preventing us from digesting our food properly that sometimes probiotics aren't enough, and we need to look at other steps to clear our acne naturally. These factors include things like low protein diets, vegan diets, and even chronic stress. These all reduce our ability to produce enough bile and stomach acid for optimum digestion. And if you're not producing enough stomach acid and bile, then you're not breaking down your food, into the form that it's needed to be absorbed into the bloodstream, to be utilized by the body, to replenish your nutrient sources, all those kind of things. Like if you're not digesting your food in the first half of your digestive system, then probiotics can only do so much. So by incorporating a digestive enzyme into your routine alongside a probiotic, it's just going to help you get the best results from what you're currently taking. Not only is it better for us to take supplements that work synergistically together, but it's also a lot safer. Taking high doses of vitamin A without taking vitamin D3 or K2 alongside it can actually end up being a bit of a burden on the liver and can lead to some unwanted side effects. So, by taking supplements, in the right forms, with the right cofactors, is just going to help you see the best results you can from your supplement routine. So that's the 4 common mistakes that I see people making when it comes to acne and supplementation. You got number 1, which is you're not taking any supplements at all. Number 2, you're not being consistent enough with your routine. Number 3, you're taking poor quality forms of the nutrients, vitamins or minerals within the supplement. And number 4, you're not taking them with the important cofactors that it needs to make the supplements work the best they can for you. So if you've got any questions about anything that we've spoken about today, please just leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if not, I will see you next time. Bye for now.